there, LTZeta here, and welcome back to more Let's Play Pokemon Sword. In the last episode, we were doing our big fancy thing of fighting thing, tournament, trying to become champion, and then it got interrupted by an idiot. So, because of that, we're now here, back in the Slumbering Well, trying to find our dog from the cover of the game. And this time, we're not going to get interrupted in the middle of the fog. Instead, we're going to come over this way and learn that the reason why we got interrupted is because over here is level 50 Pokemon as opposed to, like, level 2 Pokemon. And we would have gotten destroyed. Hello, you fucking idiot. I need to catch you for my living dex. Wild wheezing. Your neutralizing gas. I'll Electro Ball you. Okay. I should be able to hit you with one more. And then I can start catching you with Pokeballs. I assume this is good enough for a Dust Ball. We're in a dark forest. Maybe not. Maybe it doesn't count. Well, that's annoying. Because, I mean, with as low health as it is, I would imagine that I would just have gotten it instantly. So I'll just go for an Ultra Ball now. Okay, maybe it's just got a very low catch rate or something like that. I don't know. At this rate, Jamie's probably gonna die of poisoning. Catching the ball. Maybe he just doesn't want to get in the ball because I insulted him. That's entirely possible. I mean, would you want to go with a trainer who says you look ugly and gross and stupid and doesn't want to see you in your faces ever again? Probably. I just hope it doesn't have, like, a self-destructing. Since Ultra Balls are failing now, I'm gonna go back to Dust Balls because I think it's just got a low catch rate. And that this does count as Dust Ball worthy. Yeah, I think I just underestimated how relatively difficult it would be to catch a Weezing. I don't know. Regardless, I got it now. And now I never have to think about it ever again. Bye. Okay. Oh, this truly is a place of nightmares. Oh, well, I ran into this thing. Okay, I don't need to fight another one of you. Truly unnecessary. A Life Orb. Okay. Intriguing. Okay. Anything else in this area? There's an item up there, but I can't get there from here. And that's a Misty Seed. Okay, now over here. I thought this Muna was an item. Okay, I'm getting real tired of Munas. But at the very least, they're not Musharnas. The one silver lining. Oh, there's an item that way. Okay, would you stop this? Okay, over here is an item. Mental herb. I think this is gonna take us to that TM we saw earlier. Yeah, it does. Phantom Force. That's a ghost type move. Maybe that can be good on Nardole. Who knows? I think Giratina uses that. Or at least it can use that. Here's another item. A Smoke Ball. Fitting. Is that a Stunfisk? I think that was a Stunfisk. Okay. Hop's just ominously standing here. What's with this fog? It's even worse than the first time we... No, it literally is not. It's foggy, yes, but it's not worse than the first time. Hello, dog. There's 2 of you now. 2 dogs for the price of 1. Lord. Breeld. They really are here. The Sword and Shield Pokemon. I knew it. Hop, those are dogs. Where are you going? We need your help over here. Hi, Sonia. Come off it, Sonia. You must have seen that, right? Those Sword and Shield Pokemon, they were right in front of us, but then they disappeared into the forest. Hop, you sure you haven't lost the plot? No, Sonia, this game has no plot. It's... Okay, it has a plot. It's a very bad plot. We haven't lost it, the plot lost us. Were those just illusions? I dug into some literature from the other regions and I finally found something. Mentions of the Sword Pokemon, Zacian, and the Shield Pokemon called Zamazenta. The writing said that those 2 Pokemon were born somewhere beyond the Slumbering World sometime long, long ago. Did they really? Ta, Sonia. Thanks for digging into it. Even if it is just an illusion or whatever, we did manage to find that Pokemon again. Maybe the Sword and Shield that those 2 used to carry are still here, too. They're just dogs, guys. They're just dogs. Like, yes, the dog carries a sword and the other dog is part shield. But why call them the Sword and Shield Pokemon? They're just dogs. Call them the dog Pokemon. They're the legendary dogs. And screw Raikou, Entei, and Suicune. Well, I think most people agree nowadays that those guys are the legendary beasts, or also called cats. I think people say that they're more cats than dog. I don't know. I just call them legendary beasts, usually. This stuff feels like the place of legend. It's surprisingly not foggy at all. Honestly, this place kind of makes me... reminds me of a Zelda area. Gives off a Zelda vibe, doesn't it? Unfortunately, unlike in a Zelda game, there's pretty much nothing here. It's just like a little statue where we get these. A tiny dinky little sword and a tiny rock shield. See that, Ulti? The sword and shield! The legends really were true! We can stop weather phenomenon with these, obviously. You obtained a rusted sword. It's said that the hero used this sword to halt a terrible disaster in ancient times, but it's grown rusty and worn. That settles it, I'm taking the shield. Oh, wow, would you look at the state of this thing? Seems like it might fall to pieces if you so much as look at it funny. I don't know if these rusty old things will be able to stop the darkest day, but I guess it can't hurt to have them along. Let's hope they bring us some good luck. Maybe the Pokemon themselves really are still asleep somewhere. So it seems we're on our own if we want to go help Lee. This is all the help we've got. So, they're legendary dogs who know how to astral project. Got it. Alright, now we fly to Hammerlock. Head to Hammerlock Stadium in Hammerlock. Welcome to Hammerlock. Have you locked your hammers yet? Hi, Raihan. Well, if it isn't Ulti and Hop, it's a real shame the way things have turned out. You make it all the way to the championship match and something like this has to happen. And Chairman Rose thinking that the energy pouring from the Darkest Day would somehow be the key to saving Galar's future? It all seems a bit mad, if you ask me. I can't follow at all how that's supposed to work. I don't care if I'm up against the Darkest Day or the Chairman or whatever. I'm going on ahead. I'm off to help my brother. And he's gone. That Hop never changes. Always in a rush about something, isn't he? The thing is that no one's been harmed. We gym leaders worked together with the city's Pokemon and we got everyone evacuated. Our greatest ever champion and greatest ever challenger along with our fiercest rival all teaming up for the Darkest Day. I almost feel sorry for it. Into Hammerlock Stadium. So you say you evacuated everyone, right? Yeah, I see your evacuation efforts really went full ham. Yeah, I was expecting at least, like, the Pokemon Center and maybe a Mart worker to be here, but, like, you didn't even bother removing these guys? What about makes them worthy of being essential workers? A guy who makes coffee and random, like, coffee goers. Yes, they have to be here during a crazy wild, like, whatever is going on. And you have nothing to say about what's going on. Yeah, citywide evacuation efforts really went well, huh? Did they just, like... I mean, here's the thing. They made, like, this thing where it's like the skybox changed. The skybox is clearly changed here. Like, it's all purpley. Like, we can't exactly, like, look up and see anything going on, but, like... Like, it's not like we can really look up and see anything going on, but, like, they're trying to sell the illusion that, like, you know, something bad is going to happen. But if you're going to take the time to change the skybox and then have a character say, oh, don't worry, everyone evacuated the town, why did you not remove the NPCs from the town? Why does nobody have, like, anything different to say? Like, it doesn't seem like there's... It doesn't seem like the Darkest Day is doing anything, it just seems like, oh, it's suddenly, like, vaguely nighttime now. This is just embarrassing at this point, Sword. This is just embarrassing, Sword and Shield. Like, come on! Wow. That's the render distance on Raihan here? You can't show him while he's right there? You know, I wonder... Does a game like this... You know how in Mario 64, when you zoom the camera back out, things are still visible, but from, like, even lower poly models? And they do that in other games, too, like Mario Sunshine, Mario Galaxy, plenty of Mario games do that. Other games do it, too, but more subtly. Like, Smash does it, I know, especially in 8-player Smash. Do the Pokemon games know how to do this? I know they do it, they actually do it in Scarlet and Violet. But in a really embarrassing way where it's, like, visible half the time. I wonder if they didn't know how to do that here, or didn't know how to do that here, like, effectively. But it's just embarrassing. Oh my god, we go up there and it still doesn't even look like it's, like, that noteworthy. It just looks, like, vaguely cloudy. It's just... This is embarrassing. Like, if you want to at least sell, like, some sort of big danger situation going on, give us a big danger situation. Don't, like... This is such a tell, don't show moment. They're not showing us anything. Hi, Oleana. Well, that's a very silly way to pace. Gym Challenger, you must help me. I mean, please help me. My Pokemon suddenly Dynamaxed for some reason and started running amok in the stadium. Mr. Raihan, was able to subdue the Dynamax Pokemon in the stadium, but if other Pokemon also Dynamax and go on a rampage, the underground power plant would collapse. Mr. Rose is down there right now. I know this is selfish of me, but I must beg your assistance. I want you to head into the underground power plant and stop Mr. Rose. He's awakened a Pokemon known as Eternatus. Apparently, the energy emitted from its body is what causes Dynamaxing. At this rate, all the Pokemon in the Galar region will Dynamax and go berserk. If that were to happen, please, you must save Mr. Rose. You can take the lift over there to reach him. I've enlisted the help of the champion's younger brother too, but who knows what is going on. Okay. Now for the game's climax. Welcome to the energy plant. What is all this? We need to help Lee. Sure. Well, there's a giant empty ring. Oh, hey, Rose! You just spontaneously teleported here. You weren't there a moment ago. Hi, you're an idiot. What do you plan on doing, Gym Challenger? I'm gonna stop the darkest day, I guess. Pardon? What are you talking about? There's nothing to stop now. We've already brought about the darkest day. Or should I say, the ultimate Pokemon, Eternatus. Must I explain myself? From your perspective, I suppose it must seem that I am doing something terrible. I don't expect you to understand, but I must provide the Galar region with limitless energy to ensure everlasting prosperity. It is my purpose, my duty, my destiny. That's why we've been giving the wishing stars to Eternatus. Surely you remember the red light that caused the ruckus around Hammerlock. That was all part of our experiments to awaken Eternatus. Well, I mean, it's not like we did anything with those. The game didn't show us anything. It just said, oh, there's a big red light. Oh, but don't worry, Leon stopped it. So we didn't do anything. Because this game is all about telling us stuff and not having us do anything. Can't let you interfere with my plan to protect the future of Galar. This would probably mean anything if any of the writing here was remotely decent. In the slightest, but no, instead we just get this ridiculousness. None of you mean anything. I'm just going to flame charge everything to death. Because you're a steel type user and I've got a fire type who's going to be very fast. Let's just move on from you, bozo. You're pretty tough. Don't you think that's unfair? Fairness is overrated. You got a clink clang. Wild charge, eh? Well, he didn't paralyze me, so that's fine. After this flame charge, I'll start using Pyro Ball. I keep wanting to call it Pyro Ball, like the Xenoblade character. Pyro Ball and Mithra Ball. I got nothing to say. I've already ranted and raved about this idiot so much. I'm gonna flame charge because it's gonna be doubly effective and it's more reliable. Yeah. Rose is just an idiot. This entire scenario is stupid and frustrating and poorly set up, poorly elaborated upon. Everything about it is just bad. It's just bad. And it's just disappointingly so, really. I wish it wasn't dumb, because there's something salvageable in all this. I think that's the worst part. It's not like the inherent ideas about it are bad or not worth exploring in a story about, like, energy consumption and, like, thinking about the future and, like, having a character whose problem is that he thinks about the future more than he thinks about the present. So he's willing to put people in danger in the present so that people in the future can have a more prosperous life. There's a genuinely interesting, like, dilemma there in terms of, like, do you prioritize the people of now versus the people of the future? Like, that's valid. It's just also simultaneously incredibly stupidly portrayed here. I don't even want to say it's childishly portrayed. It's just embarrassingly portrayed. It's just actively bad writing. There's really no excuse for it. So it's just like, I don't know, there's something salvageable here. Rose is an antagonist, but he's a well-meaning one. And really, I would probably say, like, the way you fix this, the best way to fix this kind of thing is to make it so that the entire scenario of, like, oh, there's an energy crisis, number one, have that be a theme of the game. Have it be constantly where, like, Monsters Inc-esque, where it's like there's like genuinely like worries everywhere in the entire region about like worries about energy problems, like worries about problems. Make it so that like it's like maybe in a month or a year or something like that, something's going to go wrong. Where you basically just turn the story into Monsters Inc. That's all you really need to do. Turn the story into Monsters Inc., turn Rose into Water Noose, and problem solved. You've got a good story on your hands. Watch some classic Pixar movies, Game Freak. I mean, obviously don't copy and paste it, but like, you get the point that I'm trying to say, right? Like, if you do that, I don't even necessarily think you need to do as much setup. Like, the whole Chairman Rose Tower thing definitely needs to be removed in general. But, like, this part of the story could have just been improved by there being an actual energy crisis rather than it being some nebulous 1,000-year-old thing in the future. In order to solve the energy crisis as soon as possible, we could deter this, but we couldn't control it. Champion came to aid me, like a knight in shining armor coming to rescue a princess from a dragon. Tend to ramble on, you know. I love to make speeches, but I think I can stop talking now. Yes, please. I certainly hope losing to me didn't discourage you too much. Go and see how our champion is doing. Discouraged? You don't get it, do you, Chairman? Neither me nor my Pokemon are anywhere near giving up. We've learned how to be strong thanks to the gym challenge you organized. You won't stop us. I feel like this, like, room would be more interesting if we had visited here before and just kind of, like, a little bit, like, maybe, like, Rose, like, does, like, a little bit of a tour and, like, this is just some mysterious room that, like, we see that we don't get to, like, experience at all. And it just makes you wonder, and then you come back here later. Like, this game's biggest problem is probably just complete lack of foreshadowing or touching up or anything like that. We don't, like, get to see... whatever, I don't care. It'll be fine. We don't get to see any of that. And it just... everything falls flat. Everything falls flat. Well, meet Eternatus. It's this giant skeletal dragon thing. It looks neat, I guess. It's fine. You came to help me in spite of the danger. Thanks, Hop, and you, Ulti. You two are growing tremendously. Well, no need for you kids to worry. It seems like some sort of power of Eternatus is keeping my team from Dynamaxing. But we've had a champion time all the same. Charizard and the rest of my champion team members have really worn Eternatus down. Now, if I can simply catch it in a Pokeball, we should get able to get this madness under control. Then everything will be back to normal. I recommend at least using an Ultra Ball. See, Leon, here's your problem. It's a regular-ass Pokeball. You'd need to throw at least specifically like 100 of those to catch it. Not just one. I don't know, that might be an exaggeration. That also might be underselling it. I don't know. Anyways, Eternatus appeared. Hi. It's got pressure, like most legendaries. Alright. I don't remember what type it is, so I'm just gonna hit it with a Pyro Ball. It's probably Dragon type, though. And, of course, we can't catch it yet. Ouchies. Have another kick. Hiya! Well, if it is a dragon type, let's kiss it. Hello. Oh, you got a poison type. That's not good. Okay, so you're not dragon. Or not just dragon, at least. Well, that's annoying that you crit on that. Fine, be that way. Well, now you can't eat any berries. How does that make you feel? Yeah. And now it's dead. It's anger and lying on the floor. We defeated it. Hooray. Except not really. It's turned into a Dynamax cloud of evilness. Why is the debris picked up, but not like us? I feel like the debris probably weighs more than we do. Anyways, now it's turned into, like, hand twister thing. I like how neither of our characters' heads are, like, raised upwards. So, like, we're not looking at it, we're looking underneath it. Anyways, hi, Jamie's alive now. Wow, it's huge. Let's take it on together, Ulti. Hey, so, remember earlier, a few episodes back, where when I was like, oh, you know, I should probably show off a regular raid battle. Just because something later is going to happen that's going to make less sense if I don't show off one of these look like. This is what I was thinking of. I remembered that the end of the game takes place in a max raid battle. I was like, oh, I should probably have that not be the only one in the Let's Play. Jamie can't use any moves thanks to his mysterious power. Oh, I'll just try it again. It's storing its energy. I forgot! We found the sword and shield in the slumbering weld. Ulti, use that sword. It might be old and rusted, but there's gotta be some use to it. Okay. I don't see what Hop is intending to do here. Like, obviously this is the right call for the game, because there's nothing else to do. But, like, in that scenario, why would you think that has anything to do with anything? We don't live in a world of magic. Anyways, they're no longer astral projecting. The dogs are alive in here and can teleport. I feel like they wanted to have this climax be really cool, but the problem is that there's not really logic behind it. It's not grounded in what needed to happen, I guess. there's like too many leaps in logic of like rusted sword and rusted shield will do anything. And like the way the dogs work is just, it's too magical to make real sense. Pokemon's not a world of magic. Pokemon is a world of fantasy in some ways, sure. And like there are superpowers that you could say is sort of magic. But basically, like, if you consider Pokemon to be magical, with like all the elemental types and whatnot, and all the things that they can do, which is fair enough, but that's like, those are the rules of the magic system in place. This is just a completely different form of magic that makes no sense, and it's like, why? And so like, it is a neat, like, way to climax this game, essentially, is like, you have a max raid battle against this giant evil hand entity thing with the 2 box legendaries from both games, and Hop, and like, there's a neat idea to that. Like, this is a cool set piece. I'm not going to deride that part of this. Like, this is neat, and it's fun, and cool. The problem is that it just doesn't really make sense within the logic of the game and the world of the game. It's just, it's very forced and arbitrary, and doesn't... It's not grounded in what makes Pokemon Pokemon. It's just, it's too fantastical. But at least the music's neat. And all these awoos. We can use our moves now, thanks to Zacian and Zamazenta just existing. Cheerleader dogs. Yeah, kill Hopswooloo. The dub goal. Alright. Would cursing have any effect on this? I don't know, let's find out. This is one of the rare max raid battles in which you can actually swap to your whole team. Zacian used Behemoth Blade, its signature move. Cool dogs don't look at explosions. And Zamazenta used Behemoth Bash. See, this is the thing about this. Like, I do want to like what's going on here. It is a cool set piece. It's an exciting, like, final battle. I just don't like everything that it took to get here. Nothing about what it took to get here was worth it. The story is awful. Rose is an idiot, and then not in a fun way, like Archie and Maxie were. And even just the logic of, like, the creatures coming here, like, the dogs coming here and arriving and all that jazz, that logic doesn't hold up to any amount of, like, even minor scrutiny. It's just... It's too magical. I don't care for it. But oh well. Dogs are doing all the work here. It nullified the stat changes of everything. And use Max Wormwind again. Really fuck that dub ball, huh? I wonder if it's possible to actually, like, lose this battle? Or if the dogs are too strong. And thus they'll always knock it out? Oh, I can't... I can kill everybody! Go! That probably would be how you would have to lose the battle, actually. You would have to attack the dogs. That actually sounds really fun to try and do. Try to lose against Max Eternatus. If I saved beforehand, honestly, I could see myself trying to do that. Oh well. Max Ooze! Fuck Hop in particular, I guess. It really hates Hop. I haven't been hit by this thing. Aw, I gave Hop the final blow. I didn't even manage to kill the other dog. Darn. Oh well. This is it, Ulti. Try to catch a turn just now! Alright, I'll catch it. And this one, I'm pretty certain, is a guaranteed catch. So what would be the coolest thing to catch it in? How about a Dream Ball? Hiya! Suck it up! My spaghetti hand is now ready. Smoosh. We did it! Hooray! The darkest day has been undarkened. Awoo! The dogs just came and went. Just like King Dedede. Congratulations, everybody. Now we're back here. 3 days later. Chairman Rose turned himself in then. Never thought I'd live to see the day. He awoke Eternatus and nearly caused a catastrophe for the entire region. You reap what you sow, I say. I don't know about you, but I slept like the dead. Everyone's still talking about what happened, but at least things are back to normal now. We really did defeat Eternatus together with Zamazenta and Zacian. And Lee's still being Lee, insisting on having a championship match with you today. A bit much, isn't it? You sure you're up for it? I'm not even too sure about him. He was out cold and hurt pretty badly himself during all that mess. He seemed totally fine to me, but okay. I do understand how he feels, though. Feels like I've been waiting forever to get to see you and him face off in a serious match, so come on. The match will be at Winden Stadium. Where else? Well, it might make for a bit of a short final episode, but I'm gonna end here because this has been about 40 minutes or so. So, yeah. So, next time on Let's Play Pokemon Sword, we're gonna beat the game. Me, over here. Oh, that's why we're over... That's why this place exists. It's just literally for that cutscene. Wow. Okay, that's dumb. Anyways, bye. Next episode.